The term viral is definitely one of those like gimmicky phrases now that brands use to kind of give you that, oh my God, I'm gonna miss out if I don't buy this right now because it's viral and everyone's gonna buy it. But brands start calling things viral before it's even released. You know what I mean? Like you see people online being like, this new viral something that was released yesterday. How the fuck is it viral? How is it viral when it was just released yesterday? And you know what? I feel like it's part of my duties, my part of my job, I guess, to test these products for you and let you know if they are actually worth your money. Now, I know a lot of people don't have TikTok, and these are products that went viral kind of on TikTok Shop, which is the shopping part within the app where a lot of brands have their own official shops. But this kind of virality does bleed into the other social media areas like, what's the other ones? Instagram, here on YouTube too. So, I don't know why I shouted. Let's take a look at what we have. Subscribe if you have not already. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram. I do a lot of exclusive things over on Instagram that you do not see over here on YouTube. So, check it out, especially if you like tutorials and stuff like that. Okay, let's start with the first product. I want to start with this. This is from NYX. And when I saw this, I actually thought it was a fake product. NYX do this thing where they kind of start to tease a product without letting you know that it's been released. Remember their powder? What's the powder called? I have it. I really love it. It's here, no? People were walking to stores and seeing this powder and being like, what the hell is this? No, NYX have never mentioned this. And that kind of gave it a bit of virality. But there's something about this one where I was like, I don't understand. I just don't understand. This is their Fluff and Snatch Brow Powder pen. So it claims it has 24-hour wear. I am just using the shade black. One side, of course, is a spoolie, a little brush here so you can comb through, but the other side I thought was really, really interesting. So obviously it's not a fake product. I saw this on their official TikTok shop. This unscrews, and then you have a felt tip. Not like it's felt, as in the thing is felt, not a felt tip pen. And it has like this fibrous, it's not ink, it's kind of powdery with like fibers in. No, what is it? What is this? Brow powder pen. Yeah. Okay, so my eyebrows are going through it at the moment. I haven't had them done in a very, very long time. So what I kind of want to do, especially, oh, by the way, this isn't a love bite. I went really hard with a massager on my neck. Like it was almost like a gua sha, and it felt so nice, but I didn't realize how harsh I was being. So I kind of want to fill in like this outer area here and this brow, this upper area here. One thing I thought when I did first see this, listen, I love NYX, but I did kind of wonder when I saw this, I was like, is this like an experimental product for NYX? Can you see my mirror if I bring it in? Like maybe they're not talking about it because they're kind of like, oh, we'll tease it first. So I think I'm going to use the point of it first, just to get a little bit more precision. And if I want to do any like lengthening, I'll use like the edge. So let's put it in. It feels a bit springy. Okay, let's use a very light hand. And I'm actually just going to use it like I would a pencil. Oh. I am actually using this over my brow wax. So this might not be the exact finish or texture, but I like that. It doesn't look like flat. Like when I fill in my brows, I don't want it to be a block. I still want you to see some precision in the brow, you know what I mean? Some precision. I still want you to see the strokes of the hairs in the brows. I like that. It's not too dark, although it's black, it's not like pitch black. Let's get these little fluffy bits up here. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's fine, because we can test. I've just done a line that's a little bit too harsh. I just want to see it. Okay, that didn't blend out very well, but I think it's because I have that wax on. It's really gripping to that wax, so I'm sure if it was on skin, it will blend out just fine. I actually really like that. I think that's really nice. Do my brows look uneven? Yes, they do. I'm actually surprised with how precise you can get it, because the tip doesn't exactly look precision based, you know what I mean? It kind of looks like an incense cone where it's like a curved tip to it, which I wouldn't think would be great for brows, because really you want like a fine tip to do like brush strokes and hairs. But this actually looks, I mean, the way I've done it in my brows as they sit currently isn't great, but it actually looks really, really nice. I'm actually just going to brush through my brows completely. Let me just, so this is it on its tip. This is it on its side. This is it very light-handed. It almost feels like creamy. I was thinking it was like more powdery, but it definitely has more of a creamier texture to it. It is nice. However, I won't be using this for precision again. Like for example, around the outside corners here, I think I'm going to use it more to fill in areas that are a little bit more gappy. It definitely has its uses, but I would recommend this perhaps for people who already have fuller, thicker lashes. Brows even. Oh my god, it's Monday morning. Fuller, thicker brows. Because if you have quite sparse brows, this might be a little bit too much, a little bit too dense. It is quite long lasting though, but it's nice. Let's see how it fits. I really fucked up here, but you know what? It can change, we can change things. Okay, next up we're going into complexion. Listen, I love MISSHA. I have two brands within this video where they are so overhyped on TikTok that it makes a product look shit. Does that make sense? If you don't use TikTok, there's like an in-app shop, TikTok shop, and anybody can upload content, link to a product that they're talking about and get commission from it. Unfortunately, those videos are like every 2 videos and it's really annoying. I do find the more people overhype something, it becomes kind of a little bit cheap. It makes it seem cheap. You all know I've been using this Misha BB cream in particular since I was, I don't know, early 20s. I no, earlier than that. I love this BB cream. I think it's beautiful. And they also now do this perfect cover serum BB cream. I have number 25, but I actually think I'm lighter than that, but we'll try it anyway. The things that annoy me about this is the people on TikTok shop are selling this because it has SPF 50. They're like, this is your foundation and your sunscreen. No, it is not. If this was a tinted sunscreen, then it would be your sunscreen. But this is a BB cream. Its main focus is the coverage, whereas in a tinted sunscreen, its main focus is the sunscreen. And it actually doesn't give you that much coverage. This is not in place or instead of your sunscreen. Ignore all sunscreen in foundation. Is it nice to have that extra coverage? Yes, but it does not count. The amount of product you would have to use to get the right amount of protection from a sunscreen, no, absolutely not. Okay, so this is shade 25, and that is a little bit too dark for me. That's fine. So as I said before, this one, the one in the red tube, is one of my absolute favorites because I just love the way it sits on the skin. It looks so natural. Any kind of texture on the skin is just completely evened out, smoothed out. It wears nicely, it wears well. Yeah, this is gonna be way too dark, but we'll try it anyway. It's like beautiful. It's very yellow. This one, oh wow. I do think the red one is supposed to have quite a bit more coverage in comparison to this, which is fine because this is a BB cream. They both are, I believe, but this is a little bit lighter coverage. The smell of sunscreen is a bit overwhelming. It smells like aerosol sunscreen. If you've ever used sunscreen in an aerosol, that's the smell I'm getting from this. It's quite intense. I personally don't mind fragrance in my makeup, but if you are quite sensitive to fragrance, like if some candles give you a headache, this might not be the best thing to go for. It's going on very nicely. It is super, super glowy. And I think the hype around this is that it kind of like, everyone's like, oh, it cares. You know, everyone makes shit up when they're trying to sell products on TikTok. They're like, it's super infused with skincare. It's your serum, it's your foundation, it's your sunscreen all in one. So I think this may be a little bit too hydrating for my skin as somebody who is oily. This might be a little bit too much for my skin to handle throughout the day, but if you are a little bit more dehydrated, a little bit drier, this might be quite nice. I actually don't think, even if I wanted more coverage, I don't think I could build this up anymore because you can see already how, oh, that's so bad, how glowy this is. If I was to build it up more and more and more, it's going to try and cover this blemish though, it would be quite a lot. Like it might look a little bit too glowy. I could powder this right now, absolutely, but I could tell you in like 5-10 minutes, it will be just as glowy again. I'm not saying greasy because it doesn't look greasy. It doesn't look oily. It just, yeah. But that could very easily turn greasy looking, right? So if I keep sniffing, I've got allergies. This is doing a bit of concealer. I'm using Tear Glide and Hide. This isn't part of the video. So for the Misha BB cream, I'm gonna say, if you don't mind something that is very, very hydrating. Like, I'm not just talking like, oh, it's a little bit hydrating. It's a hydrating foundation. This is like, yeah, this is like insane hydration moisture. Then absolutely go and get it. My oily people, if you do want one of the Misha BB creams, go for the red one. The Perfect Cover versus the Perfect Cover Serum. It's kind of in the names, isn't it? Serum being more hydrating. But then I would also think less coverage. I love that concealer so much. Okay, next up is a blush. We have from MUA, Makeup Academy, their Plush Blush. These are very much that style like this, which I don't mind in a drugstore brand. Do mind from a higher end brand, but that's just me being fussy. So this is a sheer buildable liquid blush that melts into the skin for a soft, focused, radiant flush of color. I'm using the shade Whisper. And so what I'm gonna do, shake it away. So I'm gonna try blending it in with my finger this side. That's definitely very, very soft. Let me get a deeper shade. I actually can't feel this on my skin. It doesn't feel greasy in any way. It doesn't feel anything like, you know. Yeah, nice. Okay, I'm gonna show you the shade Rosewood because this is so light, but I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on my skin. This is a bit better, there you go. And let's try that with a brush this side. I think a brush might be too, yeah. So because the texture's quite sheer, I feel like the brush is actually gonna pick up more of a color than it would with your finger. You know what I mean? I feel like it's so much easier to do with your fingers. It's very serum-esque. Like, I can't feel it on the skin at all. Yeah, oh yeah, you can definitely see a lot more than this side. It's very, very sheer. So this definitely isn't going to be one of those intense blush moments. It's very cloudy, very light, very, very natural on the skin. So if you are just looking for a tint of color, this will be good. I did try to build it up quite a bit. I don't think you can build it. It says sheer buildable liquid, but I do think if I was to build it anymore, I feel like it might be a little bit too much with the foundation I'm currently wearing. I feel like I'll be glowy, 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 greasy. So I am just gonna stop it there. It's beautiful. It's a nice blush. I think it's for a very specific look, however. Okay, there's actually two products I want to try on the lips. One of them I'm like crazy, crazy excited about. These are from Sachu Beauty, and these are the DoubleDown lip definers. These are, do you remember back in the day, the Laneige Ombre lip balms? Ooh, they were so good. So it was like lip balm with a color in the middle, or two colors, one color in the middle, one on the edge, and it gave you like an easy ombre lip. This instantly reminded me of that, where you kind of have like a liner and the color of a lip on the inside. I did go for two nude shades, so I went for Off Duty and Quick Text. So the idea is you would use this darker side along the outer edge of a lip, and then obviously the lighter in the middle. I'll just block my lips quickly. Okay, let's try the other shade because you can't really see that on me. I mean, this is what that shade looks like. You can see the overlining very slightly, but I just think maybe that's too light. So let's try the shade Off Duty. That's even lighter. Okay. Okay, I think Quick Text, the first one we use, gives us more of an obvious difference. You know what my only issue now is? I mean, I guess I could use it like this, because I want to use, obviously, the lip color in the middle. I don't know, you know, I'm a little bit disappointed. They're a lot creamier than I thought they would be. Like, I would have expected a little bit drier, just because I would want, ideally, the outer edge of my lip to be not shiny, because it just looks like I've taken gloss over the edges of my lip. Like, I would want it matte. Which isn't really happening. Yeah, I'm gonna take it off. I have something else I want to try anyway. It's okay. I am a little bit confused as to why the texture or the formula around the edges gives more of a gloss, because who wants a glossy lip liner? You know what I mean? I would have rather that be the whole formula be matte and I could add on my own shine. Yeah, that doesn't, yeah, interesting. I'm not recommending them. Second brand I always see on TikTok shop is Colorgram. Colorgram are one of my absolute favorite KBeauty brands for lips in general. I really, really like them. They're up there with Roman, they're up there with Fui. I really like Colorgram. I have so much of their stuff. And something that is constantly coming up on TikTok Shop is people holding one of these and being like, this is the Korean lip something blurring something, which it is. These are their blur tints, and they're really like this velvety, moussey texture lip product. I'm gonna line my lip. They are so smooth and so matte, but they're not dry in any way. They don't dry out your lip. You know, I'll usually put a primer down, but I won't do that. I just want to show you the shade. I haven't got that stuff off my lip. So this shade is Lovely Fig. The packaging was a limited edition in Korea, but I do believe you can still get this shade. The packaging itself I really love. It's like that matte, soft touch. Really cute, a little bit squidgy. And the applicator is like flat. Ooh. It's flat, so you get really good like smooth application. Look how, look, it's just blurry and smooth, beautiful. But this is so oversold that it makes a brand look tacky when they're not. They're really, really good. Love it. Smoothness, really beautiful, really, really smooth. By the way, I'll link all these below. Not on TikTok Shop, because I know a lot of you don't. I'll see if I can find links for them anywhere else. I'm just gonna put a little bit of Colorgram's gloss in the middle. Colorgram is actually where I got the inspiration to do a spatula for my collection with Blend Bunny, because they are like one of the first brands I used that had a spatula on it when it came to like glosses. And I just found it so much better in terms of application. For lip products in general. Okay, let's powder this down a little bit, because I do look like I just ran a marathon. Like, I look sweaty, shiny. You see what I mean? Now, see, like the foundation, the BB cream was nice, and now it's gone like a little bit too far. And it needs calming down a little bit. So I'm just gonna do a little bit down my nose here, everywhere where shine translates to oil and to grease. A little bit of glow to the skin. Very nice, very nice. You know what? Brow product, great. Really, really liked it. The foundation, if you want that kind of super glowy look, if you have a drier skin, if your skin feels a little bit more dehydrated, go for the Perfect Cover Serum BB cream from MISSHA. If not, stick to the red one. I know some of you are still using it since my recommendation back in the day. Blush, beautiful. Be very precise with what shade you're getting, because the lighter shades on me doesn't give too much. In real life, oh my god, this is so bad. I need to cover this for the next video. It looks very nice on the skin, but perhaps it's not just translating well on camera, but it sits beautifully. And it actually gives, see how this is like a glowy glow? It's not like a greasy glow. Love that. These Sachu lip things, I'm just a little bit confused. I was very, very excited about these because in a lot of the pictures, the end result is quite bold and, you know, looks a little bit more dramatic, whereas in real life, it's kind of like a hydrated, blended out version. And actually the shades that I got compared to how they look online do look slightly different. I believe when I was looking at these online, they were a little bit colder, a little bit ashier. Whereas these do seem kind of warm, you know? I am a little bit disappointed there. Colorgram will always be beautiful, will always be nice. So believe it if you see it. Okay, let me know in the comments of any product, doesn't have to be on TikTok Shop, just any makeup product that you think is severely overhyped. I would love to know, and maybe even try them and see what I think. Let me know down below in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.